You actually think support Invoker?
Yeah, and it's a tiny mid, but it could be mid for Moon, and it's a 4 tiny. But if you are
It would
looking,
make more sense to go like Quaswex Invoker against the Lesh.
if you're looking to play high tempo, position 4 Invoker is actually pretty good. He
So explain this, because like, you were talking about this before when we were out there watching some games, like these support Invoker options.
Yeah, so if you put, I think OG also played in a game earlier today. Playing position 4 Invoker has a couple of benefits. First of all, he got a damage buff a while back, which helped out his laning because Invoker's damage used to be terrible, and now it's a bit better. You have the 3 Quas Orbs in the start, so you're hard to trade with for the enemy support. You just regenerate more than they do, similar to Pudge having Flesh Heap. And the starting build you go allows you to get a very fast Ring of Basilius, which you can then disassemble later into an Urn, which is Quaswex Invoker's bread and butter item. So yeah, he has some good synergies in the lane, and then you, by virtue of being a support, you don't have nearly as much responsibility in the ways of dealing damage, which is Quaswex Invoker's biggest weakness, is that he has great control, but his damage is kind of lacking. But guess what? If you play it support and you get just some good levels, Tornado EMP and Cold Snap is really nasty. And even just 1 point in Exort will give you that great Deafening Blast, it will give you Ice Wall, and then you don't really need to level Exort that much more until the end of the game. So there's quite a lot of benefits. Like, conceptually, Invoker has been a potential support for a very long time in Dota. His laning's just been too bad. And we're reaching a stage now where his laning's actually playable, and that makes him a very interesting support pick. But you never know. They might put it mid.
It's just mentally hard to get over that. It's like Invoker, he's always been that big superstar mid, the hero that all these two positions are able to show off on. And now you're like, well, okay, let's push you to support.
Yeah, the support Invoker is a lot more simple in a way. It's less about really hardcore skill with the hero. I would say if you're playing a mid Invoker right now, you need to have serious mastery of the hero compared to supports where it's a bit more forgiving, I would say. Because like the amount of spells you need to cycle, and when you have less items, there's just less options, right? Invoker gets really hard when you get Aghanims, because that's when you have to memorize all the spells at once. Like, what are my cooldowns on 5 spells at a time? What should I invoke next? When you're playing support Invoker, you have your 3 or 4 spells that you primarily cast for the majority of the game. So it's not that hard to learn to play support Invoker. Playing core Invoker is a different beast.
It's the last set to be picked up as well. So Moon will actually play the Tiny, and it will actually be Raging Potato onto the Invoker.
And it makes even more sense to put a support when you're against Nyx, right? He is quite a problem for core Invoker in a lot of games until he gets BKB, so now you can just solve it this way. And
I love the slick hair. Like, there's not this glowing thing. It's just this perfect slick back hair of Invoker.
He has some nice synergies with Cold Snap too. That's something you got to look out for when you talk support Invoker, because that's his primary spell in the early game. There are a lot of things that deal tick damage here. There's the Weaver Scarabs, there's the Beastmaster Pigs, there's Thunder Strike. So kind of everywhere Invoker goes with Cold Snap, he's going to have friends that are really useful for him to play with. And, of course, EMP is very, very good against a couple of heroes here. No, maybe an obvious one to think about is Leshrac, because you feel like, wow, this hero is super mana-based, but at the same time, he also has a bigger mana pool. Mars getting EMP'd sucks. It is real bad. Then you only have your Soul Ring to work with. You can get maybe 1 out of your 3 spells off, and that's really bad. This hero wants to combo. Similar logic for a Baden, right? Like, you run out of your mana, and then suddenly you're not really a threat in the fight. So I honestly like this Invoker. I think it could have a good showcase here.
It's always like obviously said, like we've seen the support Invoker earlier today by OG, but that was one thing that MINESKI really stood out for me during this DPC season. There was always one hero that was a little quirky, which you didn't have a lot of experience playing against in that role, in that position. And we're always theory crafting something that they just knew could work for them and would throw people off.
Invoker is non-stop invoking, just to make the ground quiver a little bit. No, he stopped when you clicked him. Good. So, let's talk a little bit more about the Nyx last pick. There's more to it than just the Invoker counter. This hero is very nice against Weaver. You have 2 things that you can easily Carapace against the Weaver, and especially Carapacing Weaver while it's running in with Shikuchi. If you're in Vendetta and you Carapace Weaver, it's very hard for the Weaver to know when it's safe to Shikuchi, and that's kind of Weaver's primary spell. So catching Weaver off guard with this into a Leshrac stun is a really good way of getting that kill. And the Radiant don't have any saves.
Yeah.
On the flip side, there's 2 saves on the Dire, a bad and aphotic shield, as well as disruption. So
You've kind of got like stuns and just overwhelming power, as they say from MINESKI. If Keen want to commit, then Keen have to commit. But that's always the way you play against a Disruptor.
yeah, Disruptor is like one of the kings of skirmishes, just because if you win it by a bit, you always take more. You take that extra kill or force that extra TP. So absolutely, when you're fighting against Disruptor, you want to go in and get the job done instead of half committing and backing out, because you will be punished for that.
And they really just want to try and get this top rune. Okay, well, everyone came in close but didn't really find the fight. The Impel goes on to KP, follow-up stun with the splitter from Old Chicken. KP's in a lot of trouble. He's trying to run himself away. The axe did almost no damage. Now Rage Potato body blocking up from Kaka. He's trying to get a little bit more distance. Kaka being pushed out by Ninja Boogie, but they turn their attention over to saving Ragey Potato as he moves up the hill, but the Split Earth will connect. He'll at least get the rune, but King Gaming, we said they'll play hard and fast. Kaka will end up going down, but Dark wants to keep going. Another disruption, another Split Earth, and it should be another kill, but the cold snap from Ragey Potato interrupting Old Chicken's time. Ninja Boogie's still running away from all the disruption illusions, and he does have a decent amount of life, but he's caught on the wrong side of the tracks. Old Chicken will finally fall down. Kaka's coming back once again. He can just land the stun and get the kill into Ninja Boogie, which is exactly what happens as Dark keeps his run going too. Ragey Potato cold snaps off cooldown in 1 second time. But everything can start to simmer down now as we get 5 kills in the span of 1 minute, which is like so much better than every other game that we have casted Ace in.
Dude, this is cool. This is like about as many kills as we had in VP earlier today against NIP in 17 minutes in the second game. Or the first game, rather.
And they're not done yet.
Nope.
Like every single time someone wants to show themselves. Old Chicken should be able to get the Split Earth off. It's a little bit late. Actually, it's Kaka who starts the first stun, then the secondary stun to follow through. This chaining just is... It just looks so easy, especially when KP reveals himself in the lane doing the pull. They know he's alone.
Yep.
KP actually can't TP out for another 8 seconds.
This is a really good start for Keen, in my opinion. If they kill the Beastmaster here again, which they should.
Yeah. Double creep wave and get to do some of the work for you.
Keep saving the disruption until they have the next Impel.
They may also be worried about him TPing out.
Oh, he got body blocked by the creeps. Now it might actually be hard.
Disruption. Mango burn up. Follow up with a stun. KP, they're waiting it out. Again, they don't want to. They want to make sure that he doesn't just easily TP away. But he's got no mana to work with anyway. So it took some time for the 2 supports, but they get.
He's going to get some XP though. He managed to make a double wave, and now that it's reconnecting with the rest of the wave, I think this play from KP is the best that was presented to him. It's hard. This is a really hard lane for him, especially when they tri-lane. So he's willing to sacrifice 1 life to get what is essentially going to be 3 creep waves unless they get a good pull off. And it looks like just barely getting the range creep there, Dark, but nothing more. So, whoops. Bottom lane, 2-on-1. Easy.
Yeah, seems so.
Easy kill.
I think where top lane is where the fight's always meant to be happening. And a Radiant Courier getting killed off as well. That's not part of the plan.
That's the biggest kill of the game. That's worth about as much as all the other kills they got combined in terms of net worth lead.
And where the Courier go down, it must have been delivering towards the mid lane, the bottle for Moon. Disruption's out again. Now, let's watch the chains. Invoker can't do anything about this. No matter how many points up in Quas, you do not regenerate through that.
Maybe if you had 9 out of 7. Yeah. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah.
9 points. Invoker max level 30. Cool.
Yeah. Invoker, the stuns are continuing once again.
No, not again, dude.
Yeah, it's again.
Absolutely not.
Totally again. Ragey Potato has no way to get out of this one.
Oh,
he's 0-4 on this Invoker.
That actually hurts to watch. His game is in shambles. I was saying, man, support Invoker could be good here. How about you make it look a little bit better than this?
Well, you can't really do much though. Like this tri-lane of Keen is just so damn powerful. They even get rid. They block up the pull camp and they get rid of the Observer Ward as well.
I think what they might have had to do was after KP got this triple stack basically created of enemy creeps and died for it, I think Invoker should just kind of go somewhere else. I'm not sure what his purpose is up here apart from just dying. He has no kill potential with the Beastmaster anyway, so he's kind of leeching XP off from him that Beast would get anyway, and maybe he could go pressure mid, or maybe help them get an additional kill bottom. Because the trade-off right now is KP's level 3 and the Abaddon is level 5. Keen is just destroying them right now. This laning phase is the most one-sided we've had today. so far.
It's like one person moves up by themselves, gets disrupted, and then it's a kill, while the other
Yeah.
person's trying to go farm up in the jungle or do the pull. It's like there is no real synergy that we're seeing in this top lane at all. Even though, hey, yeah, cold snap.
Oh, wow, he's mana boost on Shadow Demon minute 4.
Yee. Able to get the solo kill over on Moon. Moon really lacking that bottle presence early on, and that gets Mars up to level 6. He's the first one to clap it, and he's already got the Arena of Blood up.
Yeah, this could be a very good time for Shadow Demon and Nyx to try mid-rotation after this rune. Oh wow, look at Invoker Ghost walking with 200 move speed.
This is how you get the rune, right? But even then it didn't work. Dark grabbed it.
How much does it slow him right now?
He's at 207.
30% slow.
It's Dark just following him. It's like, hey, anyone bring a sentry ward? Anyone got some dust? Maybe we just keep diving in for another kill.
They're gonna get the tower this way.
Well, this is that early power. 3 points up, an edict from Old Chicken. Keep the pressure up. At least KP gets a denial. Moon moving over. Raging Potato still waiting for the right time. He gets stunned up in Invis, but Ninja Boogie will also arrive. Glimpse pulling back Old Chicken. So they want to go after this Leshrac with the avalanche. The stuns continue. A quick tornado from Raging Potato. Have they got another kind of stun, another kind of control? He doesn't have enough mana to actually use his cold snap. As Leshrac, the tree toss flies forward. It's going to be enough damage to finally bring down Old Chicken, but the Arena of Blood is up. The Gladiator is here, and MINESKI, well, they made it entertaining. They're looking for one more extra stun. Ninja Boogie on the run back out. Moon, he's got a toss available to at least change some positioning, or no? Disruption. Spear. It's available, and there's one tree on the edge of the Roshan pit as well to work with. So you can say goodbye to KP.
So that was a 2-for-1 for Keen Gaming, but I think that could have gone better for them. Old Chicken spent the entire fight running away. I think at some point there you stop up for just half a second to cast Edict and then keep running, because they would have taken so much damage just running after him. He would have had a full Edict going off, running into his teammates, and maybe they could have traded 3-for-1, or maybe it would have even lived by dealing so much damage that they had to back off. As you pointed out, level 3 Edict is no joke, especially against these like level 3 heroes that were hunting him for quite a while there. But you know, it's still a good outcome. It's still a good outcome. It's a 2-for-1 here is fine.
They're going again. Disruption. Who do they would like KP. They didn't see Raging Potato. Nighttime vision didn't give Dark the information he was searching for. Oh, what a surprise that Yee's having a good game. Always feels like he's just such a superstar for Keen. Haven't really looked at Nico though. Nico down this bottom lane going up against Old 11. Old 11.
He's gonna have to skill ult here.
Yeah, he's holding the point for the moment.
Or suicide.
Shield's gonna pop.
No, he didn't even have to skill ult. Okay.
It's not pressuring him enough. The Weaver's not a healthy man. Like, he's got 4 1 charges available, but look at Old 11. He just runs in. He knows he can posture back out. If Nico gets hit by the bubble popping, then just brings him so low. A quick time lapse. Nico will end up surviving.
Oh, he leveled up his first spell too. Now he doesn't have a skill point, but they don't know this.
And he wants to keep going. Underneath the tower. 2 hits into Ninja Boogie is plus the Death Coil, and that will do the job. And in fact, doesn't even need to use a Death Coil. Just simple rundown. Top tier 1 tower has been brought down by Old Chicken.
5,000 gold leave minute 8. My lord. They're winning the lane so hard. Like, Abaddon, who got 2-on-1 by Weaver and Disruptor, is even out leveling him, because Disruptor is weak against this hero in lane. Sure, you Thunderstrike him, he takes it out for the shield. Like, you're not really posing much of a threat in that way. It's the silence that's good against Abaddon, but that's not part of the laning stage. So, Old 11's had a great time. We've seen what happened up top, and like you said, Yi has been winning mid against the Moon, so flat out just a triple lane win, first tower down, and they can keep up this tempo, and it was MINESKI that was supposed to play fast. They just don't have much to work with right now.
No, and you even see the way they do their vision, and that's even getting de-watered out. They had Observer and Sentry around this shrine area trying to watch MINESKI, watching Keen get aggressive on MINESKI on this top lane. Watch that tri-lane maneuver, but Sentry ward gets planted, information goes begging, and the one ward they do have is watching the bottom rune now. That's it. It's very dark on the map, and Keen Gaming just keep going.
And they can easily leave Abaddon alone, because he's level 7 minute 8. It's super good for him. He has Phase Boots, Basilius, and Magic Wand. He's not dying to this Weaver. He can just solo lane. And it frees up their supports to do so much work that they haven't had to help him at all. Is maybe the biggest factor of the whole game, is that their offlaner was fine alone. That's been super instrumental in this lead.
Oh, great maneuver from Yi. Just moves through the fog of war into the tree lines. Skewers turning up against the corner. Now they let down the arena of blood. Tornado from Raging Potato will buy a little bit of extra time, but Moon, well, he can't really find much to do apart from toss the creep back out. And then Edict from Old Chicken. Raging Potato, you can be all the invis you want to be. It's not going to help you out knowing you got such big AoE damage. And then they move their attention over towards Moon. He's got a toss, an avalanche, create a little bit of extra space. The urn is ticking him down 50, 30. Now he's got a little bit extra life thanks to the thanks to the magic wand, but Moon will still end up popping.
That's what the spear sounds like. Goes.
You need it to sound like one of those. What are those little soft toys you throw, and it makes that high pitch like whistling sound? It's
dog toy.
It's not a dog toy. Well, actually, yeah, it is a dog toy, but Beastmaster goes down. It also works with kids. 14 to 4, 6k gold advantage, and it ain't stopping anytime soon.
There's not much in the tank from MINESKI. You might
Raging Potato. Oh no! Okay, he manages to find the gap between the wall and the tree and slip through it with a spear.
You might
not intentional.
You might have to give a book to Beastmaster. I think.
You need 6. You need raw.
Yeah, he's level 5 and at 1030. Abaddon is level 9. Like, you're just super unfavored right now, and you've got to find a way of making moves. And Beastmaster is one way to do it.
Hey,
this is another one.
That toss down never connected. Old Chicken just walks away.
What happened? Oh, did they tornado him during the toss? That might be miscommunication there.
No, it wasn't tornado. Like it was. I think it was. He didn't even toss Old Chicken. He tossed a creep in front, which died during mid-flight. So he never got the second trigger of Cold Snap.
I see.
Kaka is on the hunt.
He's giving super
so much information. Right, puts out the Vendetta, hits on the stun. Tornado will now kick in, but the spear is just locked Ninja Boogie into the tree line. No one's close enough to finish the job, however, and with the Avalanche from Moon, he's getting good damage back the other way, but Glimpse, they pull Dark back into the fight. Defensive Disruption will buy a little bit of extra time, and Dark will be tossed to death. Nico, the man to find the kill, rotating in the Weaver.
Any kill right now is good. You're this far behind, any kill is a success. You have to keep looking for it, honestly. There's no better play on the map. You can't really split push with your lineup against what you're facing and expect to get away with it against Nyx. You can't really take a hardcore 5-on-5 team fight because the enemies are just that much stronger than you. So you kind of, every time there's a little bit of a split going on, you have to try to take advantage and find these picks. And now Beastmaster's got level 6, almost got Vlad's.
He's trying to get Vlad's, but Nico's arrived in the lane trying to finish up his Maelstrom. Moon. Gotta be careful. Arena of Blood instantly up, and Moon has no way to get himself out of this one. Avalanche only finds a little bit of time. They pin him against the wall. 12 one charges are available, but there is no support coming the way of Moon. He'll still burn the one charges anyway. With the Rebuke, Moon's just making him work for it. Another Avalanche out, but the Spire Carapace stuns him up, so there's an easy follow through. While up on top lane, Yule Scepter available from Old Chicken already. Connects on the Split Earth. He's his own setup. With Disruptor Storm, they try and buy some space for KP to get out of this one. And maybe they actually get the revenge kill into Old Chicken. Nico, baby. Able to do the work, and then Shikuchi himself far away from the tower. He does get himself dusted up. Shikuchi's off cooldown in 1 second time, but the stuns, they're going to continue to land from Keen Gaming. One after the other. But they get the kill on Lesh.
They do. It cost them 3 though. That's not fair. Even if you at this point trading 2 for 1 for a core might be.
I think it's cost you
favoring
more.
You, but
Kaka's just chasing down Ninja Boogie.
Right.
Like hits the stun. Don't need a purge. You're just gonna now you disrupt him. It's just buying time for a third Shadow Poison. Then Ninja Boogie will pop. Dark even triggering it.
And the one guy who's farming and getting space is Invoker, who's had an absolutely atrocious game.
He's dying again. The spear pins him against the tree. He almost dodged it, but almost is not enough. He finds really another kill.
That spear was really, really, really good. That's not an easy one to hit because he needed to hit him with the edge of the hitbox into that tree. There was almost no margin for error. Although if he missed, they might have killed him with Yules anyway, but it looked cool, so that's nice.
It's the efficiency of abilities. I'm just loving watching. Like, you're talking about like the old classic of SD as well as this Leshrac, but my God, Old Chicken's playing it perfectly with the Yule Scepter kind of style. Moon, Ninja Boogie, they're rotating over. They're bringing Invoker this time around. Nico.
Perfectly, you said?
Okay, maybe not so perfect.
Almost.
Shouldn't speak too early. Sentry Ward's down, so they see Kaka moving around. Dangerous target to go on. especially considering that Spy Carapace will cause you problems. Quickly into Shikuchi, the Avalanche. It's found Dark inside the corner. Now they want their attention over towards Kaka. A quick glimpse back, puts him inside the wall. Kaka not feeling too good, but he's in the middle of it. He doesn't know where the sentry ward is. It allows Nico maybe just to run straight through the middle of him and maybe inside the Arena of Blood. He is able to continue to turn this fight around. KP's going to arrive, Raws available. They hit the back lines. They're after Lashrank. They want to remove this damage, and they're able to do so as well. Then turn the attention with a call snap in towards Yi. His spear well off target this time around. He's got frost in the eyes. Tries to push him back with a rebuke, but he'll end up going down. Old 11 does at least get some level of rebuttal into Raging Potato, but the rest of MINESKI, they are on the hunt. They want more, and they're going to claim it. Wait out the borrowed time. Old 11 just trying to shield him, but they're tossing him back closer towards the Tier 1 tower, closer towards the rest of their team. SD's in the neighborhood, making a couple of problems, not to mention with the shield pop. There's so much splash damage, defensive destruction from Dark. He's waiting this out, the Avalanche will connect, and Nico's into the back lines, helping to get that kill. In fact, getting the kill into Old 11. Dark will run away with a bug zone, but they want Kaka. He's also the biggest problem with just connecting stun after stun. And Nico, how deep are you going to go for this? Destruction up, hits the split earth. Weaver losing life quickly. He does have time left available. He'll get all of that life back again, as here comes Mars once more, looking for a spear target. But MINESKI are in full retreat. They're not looking to fight. They've already set Disruptor towards mid and Invoker towards the north. They're finished with this.
That was such a huge win. They got like 4,000 gold out of that skirmish, and this was not how I imagined they would come back in the game, because technically it was almost a team fight. The Nyx was scouting, he knew the sentry was there, just kind of, honestly, Kaka got a bit cocky just staying there. He was hoping to maybe Carapace stun Nico up, but he ended up getting punished, and that started off a great fight for them.
They've got Static Storm available, glimpses up to level 4, and then again, it's Old Chicken, primary target, defensive disruption, out from Dark, and now they really start going in. A huge avalanche, the wall and the storm, actually stopping SD from getting his purge off instantly. Lashrank's up by the storm, he'll hit the deck again, but Ninja actually is Nico in through the rear to kill off Old Chicken. Invoker is your casualty, but hey, you're happy with that. Another glimpse pulls Mars back into the fight and into another avalanche toss combination. Kaka getting clipped by it too. Nico's just trying to do so much work, and he's doing it. One more attack will do it. 25 HP. The Axis won't be able to reach. They can't get a glimpse. Old 11 triggers the borrowed time, trying to stay on the front lines to create more space as MINESKI once again diving into the Tier 1 tower. Moon has toss available, but they'll use the glimpse instead. Old 11 still caught. They let the roar go. No borrowed time. No way to live from Old 11, even with the one charges, even with the shields. He actually denies himself. If you can't live, take your life from them.
This game's crazy. Actually, they're just non-stop fighting. And again, another good fight from MINESKI. They flat out 5-on-4'd them. The Nyx showed up very, very late to this fight. And similar to the fight we saw earlier, which kind of started the comeback, when there's no Nyx there, they're lacking this key control that is setting up their fights very nicely. The previous fight, it was Nyx dying before the fight even really started or getting caught out in an awkward position. This time it's just missing. And you know, MINESKI are going to take whatever opportunities they're given. I don't feel like this should be going like this, but, you know, credit to them for executing some really good fights and just being super aggressive, honestly. They just want to fight, man.
This is Mumbai all over again. This is exactly what happened there. It's just rinse and repeating. The only difference is you're getting some nice disruption from Dark. Really saving Kaka's life, and they want to fight. Raging Potato inside the Ghost Walk, back down to 265 movement speed, Sentry Ward being placed. He's caught on the edge of it, purged up with the poison. They'll find the kill. But they're trying to buy some more space, so Weaver working his way towards a BKB after having the Maelstrom. He'll take the Tier 1 tower if he can just get the last hit timing right. Perfectly done by Nico. We can leave the baby off his name.
So, tower for tower.
Yep.
Oh, Moon. Invis rune. They're gonna know he's here. The rune disappeared.
Kaka. Avalanche. Just keeps getting hit by it.
That was interesting.
Yeah, he didn't have any vision. No, the Sentry Ward is a little bit further down. He did see.
It's just, like, there's no way he gets that kill, right, on Moon? You just need to press Carapace, and then
if you could toss him back and force him into some level of a fight, then maybe.
I think if he wants to try for that kill, he has to just try to blow him up on the spot. Like, cast both of your spells, hit once with the tree, and use the tree throw, and see if it's enough. I think it might have been. There's no raindrop in there. But yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We got a game.
Yeah, we have ourselves a game. The BKB sitting on the courier. We've got a full Hood of Defiance for KP as well that needs to fly out. They will want to have this before they fight. At least I say that. It's the end of the smoke. It's like they're already looking to fight. It's like, no, we don't need our Hood. In fact, KP's probably thinking if we delay this long enough, I get a kill, I can finish a full pipe.
Yep.
And Ragey Potato, they're going to go after him. Try and slow him down, but quickly into Invis. Another Observer Ward being de-warded out by Keen. And they're going to smoke themselves up underneath the Tier 1 tower. Rotation to the north. Ninja Boogie,
nice
that's
positioning from Ninja Boogie.
He's going to break the smoke.
He might
Sentry
die
ward
for
gets
this.
placed.
Oh,
And
hello.
yeah, they walk around the corners. He's going to storm, he's going to wall. At least he'll catch a couple of heroes trying to TP out, but that was optimistic to say the least.
I don't know about that one. I like the fact that he broke the smoke. I think if he insta-TPs when he breaks the smoke, he maybe survives, and if he doesn't, you know, it's okay. He died for his team as position 5, but casting all his spells and then trying to get out was a little bit optimistic is the good word for
Maybe it's
that.
like, oh, I got a next on Invoker who can just let the sun strike. No, no, no. He's full cross wax. He's full disable against Old Chicken.
I'd like to see one Exort point next level for Invoker on level 11. He unlocks a lot of potential in these fights. Deafening Blast for the knockback and the disarm. Ice Wall is really good against these movement-based heroes. So, would be nice.
A battle for the 20-minute bounty runes, but don't worry, you've got a very fast Invoker who's claiming the bottom ones.
Yeah, now he's moving fast.
He actually triggered the dire scan too, so Keen Gaming know someone was down there claiming the runes.
So 3 for 1.
Yeah, it's like this gold advantage and actually like the whole experience, like it's a bump in the road.
Carapace mid. Don't really...
Going after Moon.
Yeah, okay. Now he's done.
Yeah. Avalanche won't buy much space. There's 4 heroes going on Moon. He does not survive this. But it feels like they're still just creating more and more space. Nico's getting stronger. He's going for the Diffuser Blade next. Your Invoker is becoming that that core role, almost. Even though his net worth doesn't reflect it, is his levels that will.
Core is a bit of a stretch, but he's getting somewhere. Considering his start,
Yeah.
relative to his start, he's a core, okay? Because he was not even a support. But, yep, he's getting a game.
They burned through that tower a lot quicker than I thought. Obviously, like with Edict, they rip it apart.
Level 4 Curse of Avernus as well.
Of course, Keen's coming up. 21 minutes in, let's force another fight. Ragey Potato, he's got Tornado, but he doesn't have the... He actually went for EMP to begin with. Glimpse back. And defensive disruption once again from Dark. Just protecting Old 11. Did some heavy damage to that tier 3 tower. Nice Hawk up. Another Observer Ward being de-warded. They'll even claim the Sentry as well. But Keen Gaming, that's not going to stop him from fighting. The Sentry Ward, Rage Potatoes on the edge. They're going to push him away with the Storm, as well as the Wall, catching up 3 of Keen. But where's the follow-up? They're waiting there for the moment with the bugs on him. Old 11 doesn't have a lot of armor. They're just cleaning off the bugs. And then they move over to the primary one. Time left isn't available. Raw can't create enough space. Nico's gone down. I don't think they were ready for Keen to turn around for this fight. And now KP, Yul's up, the follow-up Split Earth. It'll connect perfectly and KP will fall too. 3 heroes down and Keen Gaming will continue what they started previously.
They have to buy back both cores.
Yep, no other choice. Moon's going to look for his own jump.
There's still an arena and a BKB on Mars. He used nothing. He used nothing in this fight. This is totally ready.
They just keep rolling through. Put down the bugs, put up a wall. Try and lock Keen Gaming to stay here. And now the arena! It caught out 3, they're all caught on the edge as well. Everyone's been pushed back with the push through. Maybe Moon, no, he didn't have enough stun damage. They've lost 2 heroes for so long thanks to the diebacks. Ninja Boogie, Yi can't finish the job on him, but it won't matter if they can kill off Moon. 3 cores dead. 2 supports who can't do anything to stop Keen. They can end the game right now.
Dude, this is so weird. The graph of this game is so weird to me. I don't know what to say. They're so far ahead.
They're backing off.
Keen dropped the ball for like 5 consecutive minutes, and then suddenly they're just, okay, let's win.
Wait, they're actually going to back off from this one. They've got to know with the buyback of the Beastmaster, he's dead for so long.
And Weaver.
And same for the Weaver. But they're being safe about this. They're going to get the Aegis Immortal. They're going to take Roshan.
It was, I think, if you want to play this perfectly, you take 1 tier 4 and then go get Roche, because you have time for that. But I actually don't know if they could have ended the game there. It's a bit hard to say.
It's just when you got a Lashrak who's already got 14 Bloodstone charges and you're just getting kill after kill.
It can be a bit deceptive against Invoker. He has the ability to delay the game quite a lot, actually, in these kind of situations with his spells, especially if he has Deafening Blast, which he doesn't. I don't know if they're aware of that, but yeah, this is still good. And now Keen are in a great position once again, and kind of, if you go to the graph of gold for this game and you just imagine that this bump wasn't there, then we're kind of back where we started now.
Yep.
This is what it would have been like if they continued the path that they were going. So Keen has fully recovered.
This just looks like it's like the timeline you see out of Back to the Future. This is where the Almanac arrived, and Biff just skewered the timeline off. But don't worry, we're back. Marty
Back
fixed
in real
things.
time.
Kaka's on the hunt. Spike Carapace, I don't like this. Something doesn't feel right.
Mars has a full death zone now.
And Jabuki, you're coming out a long way. And with his Desolator up.
The thing that makes this so good is obviously with God's Rebuke, everybody you hit gets Desoed. So the orb hits all of them, but it has really good synergy with Edict too. That's physical damage, so it hits super hard. They take these towers like absolutely no problem. And when people get caught in this arena of blood, they're gonna die. Uh-oh.
EMP Tornado just trying to burn off Old Chicken, but that's why Defensive Disruption's available. And here comes Keen Gaming up the hill. They want to try and fight. Moon's still waiting for his good opportunity. Hiding under the cover of Invis, the glimpse of back, roar over on Nick's Assassin, the Arena of Blood comes out now, and maybe Yi has enough damage to do the work. KP is the primary one caught inside of it, while Nico using the BKB to move a little bit more freely. KP is finally going to go down, dead for 45 seconds. And where is your advantage now? Moon still hasn't found a way to go. All he can do is just hit his taunt button on the side because he doesn't feel any opportunity, any avalanches. But onto the Spike Carapace, instantly stunned up himself. The EMP burn will do some work for the BKB set from Mars, so he can turn and fight with the double split Earth. Both cores being caught. The Viper can come from Moon. Raging Potatoes underneath Invis detection too. He's got himself a triple kill, and this game feels so deep in the bag that Moon will in fact call it GG. 25 minutes. 35 kills from King alone, 14 to add to it for a 49 total. What a game.
Keen lost 2 games today and before this.